The Raptors started their 7-game stretch last night against the Kings with a win. I hate this team. I'm Noor Zainab, next to Jelani Goodridge-Reid and Justin Pooni, and that's right. They had the Kings last night, they got the win, and they looked like a whole different team. And today's rundown looks like OG Anunoby, apparently there's some rumors about him being displeased with his role. Again, we heard similar rumors last summer, so we'll see how much truth there is to that. And I'm going to ask the boys a hypothetical question.
I love
because they love a rebuild. They've been so in talks about a rebuild. So if you were Masai, what would you prioritize in a rebuild? But first, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple episodes ago, we actually did a you have the 7-game stretch coming up with the Raptors. Justin, Jelani, and I sat down and decided who we thought would win each of those games.
Loki, I kind of forgot my pick.
Don't worry. I wrote them all down.
Of course
for
you kept the receipts.
I wrote them down for you guys. We're keeping track, and whoever has the biggest losing streak is gonna have to do 2 dares by the other person. So let's say Jelani, you only get 2 winning streaks together. Right. You're gonna have to take it a dare by Justin and 1 by me. Justin looks so confused, like he has no idea what's being said.
I'm just scared that like Noor's gonna dare me to do something that's
and
like,
it's gonna be on camera.
like
We're gonna
jump
play
off the top of the building or something like that.
I can't wait. I'm excited. And you know why I'm excited? Because I picked the Kings to win last night. Not Jelani, not Justin, Noor Zainab did. And the Toronto Raptors. God, I picked the Toronto Raptors to win last night. That's my instant karma right there.
I picked the Kings. I said
light the beam.
I did not like the beam.
I said light the beam.
And they lost. The next one, the Warriors. You guys we all picked the Warriors actually. After that, the Blazers. Of course, Justin went with Dollar Dame.
What did Dame do last night?
60
points from Dame Lillard.
Put some respect on his name.
Chill out. And then against the Suns, Justin and I actually picked the Raptors, but you picked the Suns. Okay, Jelani. Yeah, you did. You actually did. And then against the Jazz, we all picked the Raptors. What did you say?
Did I actually pick the Raptors against the Suns?
Yes, you did.
You know why? Because
it's
inconsistent sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, you said they were going to be injured and stuff, so you didn't believe in them. And then against the Rockets, we all said Raptors. Against the Grizzlies, we all said the Grizzlies. Yeah. So just want to say I'm leading this pack right now. I'm going to be thinking of ideas about my traits.
What did Michael Jordan say?
No,
the sign of a true competitor is when they talk shit when they're down and not when they're up.
No, sign of a true competitor is that they talk shit all the time. All the time. When they're losing, when they're winning, when they're sleeping, when they're eating, when they're a kid. I talk shit my entire life, and I'm going to back it up. But as we said, OG Anunoby apparently wants out of Toronto. But if this feels like deja vu, it might be, because last summer, similar reports came out about OG Anunoby not being happy with his role with the Raptors. And he actually came out in September to the press conference, and he said, that was news to me. I looked up on the TV and they were like, oh, I'm not happy. I was like, oh, I'm not happy? I had no idea. So guys, I guess we all can see why he would be displeased if he is, because there's so many roles up for grabs. Everybody wants the ball. Guys want to get paid. So do you guys think there is now finally truth to this?
You know, when I first heard this, the first thing that kind of popped in my mind was Jeremy Grant in Detroit. Remember, he wanted more of a bigger role, and he wanted more money, so then he wanted to go to Portland, right? It was requested out. I think the same is happening with OG Anunoby. You look at this roster, look, he's not going to surpass Fred on the pecking order or Pascal or even Scotty Barnes as long as they're on this roster as currently constructed. He's not going to pass them, right? So if I'm OG Anunoby, I'm like, look, I'm playing the best basketball of my career, but we're losing. Why not go somewhere else where I might get more
appreciated?
More appreciated. Not even appreciated, but I get more touches, I get more shots, I get to, let my wings kind of fly a bit more. Let my wings expand, a little bit more. So I think if I'm OG, I can see the frustration. Again, if this coming back-to-back years, if there's smoke, there has to be fire, right? Like, it's not like he can say all he wants to me, like, oh, that's news to me, but could it be like, he might not have said it, but his agent could have said it or something like that. So you never know with those back channels. So I definitely think that, OG's not happy with his role. Same with other players too, right? So it's definitely something that could be worrisome.
Yeah, we've heard the report, like you said last year, the Jake Fisher Bleacher Report article about how he was upset and stuff like that. I don't think OG wants to leave. In my personal opinion, I think this might be a leak. This might be something, that, again, we've been talking about.
Masai leaking it?
Yeah, or someone in the front office, because, that trade value, we're trying to rise it up, before the deadline comes.
But is him wanting out help his trade value kind of diminish it then?
I'm not sure, because the other thing is, which I do agree with you, it might be from his camp, right? It might not be him, but it might be from his camp as well, because we see the fact that on the court he's been playing good offensive basketball this season, right? He's career high in points right now. He's giving you his 17 points and then also rebounding the basketball at a high clip, and then obviously we know what he does on the defensive side of the ball. So yes, I feel like you said, Justin, he might want to feel like, what, I've done what I've done here. Maybe there is a spot for me out there, right? And the Raptors are not winning games, right? They are a team at that, actually not even at 500.
They're at a fork in the road.
Under 500. Yeah. So he might be in a spot where it's like, you know what? I can help a contender. And I know he knows that there are contenders out there that want him. Yeah. Right? So there might be that. But I don't know. I just feel like right now with the talk of Gary, yes, we're seeing that, they might be upset or stuff like that, but I don't know how much truth there is to it. And real quick, I think the Raptors, they haven't made him available. Okay, I know there's so many. Yeah, I know there's so many guys out there saying, the Raptors, blah blah blah. The Raptors have not made OG Anunoby available yet. They still want to keep him. Okay, it's not the Raptors. It's everyone else that wants him. It's everyone else that wants his services. So we'll see how it plays out. But for the time being, yes, the Raptors want to keep him. That's the whole point. So we'll see what happens. It's the outside. It's like the Pelicans, all those guys. They want him. Yeah. But Masai, I think he wants to keep him.
I mean, apparently a mystery team came forward. Yes, and they wanted three first-round picks, and Masai said no. But speaking about the fact that he wants a bigger role with this team, we know who OG Anunoby is. He's a fantastic 3-and-D guy, right? His defensive efforts. What are you shaking your head like that?
Fantastic three-pointer. He's a very good defensive player. I don't know if he's a fantastic.
He's a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
He had a defensive player of the year run.
Yes,
recently. And when he's from the 3-point line, he's pretty destructive, is he not?
It's fantastic, might be a bit of hyperbole, but very good, very good.
It's okay. I think it's okay to call him fantastic. If anything, I'm raising his trade value up, But think about it that way. But at the same time, though, I'm like, as great as he is at what he does, what bigger role is there out there for him? Because is this not what he's the best at? Like I love OG, but watching him dribble sometimes gives me anxiety. So I just don't know what other role he could be looking for. And if that's to contend elsewhere, definitely. Like I would go there in a heartbeat. But like, would they not be looking for the same thing that he's getting here?
Yeah, like, maybe. I think because we're not gonna see if he goes to another team. I don't think he's gonna do more. Yeah. He's not even going to provide more.
You never know, though.
I don't think so. But maybe he'll help a team, but I'm not saying like his numbers are going to go up or his touches are going to go up.
We've never seen OG outside of this Raptors system, right? So it could be complete. Another coach might see him, okay, wow, you do this, and this. I can implement you this way, which might equate to him getting more touches and more shots up, right? It might not. So we don't know. But I think for him, maybe it's just change of scenery might be the best thing.
I think that's more because he's been on the court offensively, specifically offensively. I don't think he's going to get more touches.
He goes through those stretches where he thinks he's Jason Tatum, and he's not.
If you want more touches, you have to be able to handle the ball, and you can't really handle the ball, right? Like the only thing you can do at that point is be the defender and have a catch and shoot kind of thing, which is what he's already good at. So I don't see him going beyond his role already. But speaking of roles, you guys wanted this team to tank badly. You want Masai to go into the rebuild, retool, reshape, plastic surgery, this whole thing
plastic surgery. No, we want like
you want the real deal. You don't want to go to Miami or Colombia for the BBLs.
No, we're going to LA. Okay. We're going to LA and spending all the money to get the real plastic surgery.
You can't even go to like probably the Middle East or something.
I heard Dr. Miami's the GOAT. So.
But why would you know?
I don't know, bro. I just seen it on the social.
Sure.
Whatever. Topic. You're struggling. Okay, so let's say like you guys are Masai. Okay, you wanted to rebuild. Okay, and you wanted to bring in. No, I'm not a fake. That's okay. I'm not Bobby. But the point is you two, okay? You guys wanted to rebuild. You want to retool. You want to tank. You want to get the tank engine going. So let's say, may I continue? Let's say you guys are Masai, okay? And now you've been given the keys to now construct the next 4 or 5 years of a team.
Yes.
What are you prioritizing in your players?
Well, first of all, I love doing this roster construction. I do it on 2K all the time.
Nice.
Shout out to my NBA game mode. If I'm running the Raptors, if I'm Masai, shooting, scoring. That's what I want. Okay, the defense. Right, it's been struggling this season. We understand that, but a part of that is also coaching with Nick Nurse. I don't think the coaching's been there this season as well as other years. In comparison to other years. And when you're talking about, the injury bug, all that stuff, right? So that's one thing. But I think with the Raptors, it's really the fact that this is a league. We know what the NBA is. You got to score. You got to find a way to put the ball in the hole. You have to have your scores. You have to have high shooting, or at least respectable shooting from downtown, which the Raptors have not been, okay? In terms of points per game, they're 23rd, right? So that's like middle of the pack, not even, right? And then when you're talking about the shooting, like the efficiency, your percentages from downtown, you are in the basement, okay, in that area. Right now they're 28th, right? Okay, when you're talking about...
You're pissed.
Yeah, when you're talking about the field, 29th. So, remember, there's 30 teams in the league. Okay, so that's not good. I really think the Raptors need to find a way, if it's the draft, if it's, finding a way to make a trade, get your deals done, get in some shooters, right? Get in some shooters, and we've been saying this for the longest time. I don't know how you're going to get it done, but you have to find a scorer, a bona fide scorer.
Bucket getter.
Yes, we know who Pascal Siakam is, right? All-star caliber guy, gives you your 25 plus, right? But there are still times when you need those buckets, when you need an offensive powerhouse. Siakam isn't always that dude, okay? Just respectfully, right? So you need a guy, along with him that could get his own shots off. Yes, Gary Trent, but that's more so when he's put in the right spots, right? Scotty Barnes, here and there, okay? Fred VanVleet, here and there. I want a guy that if I give him the rock, he could go. He could get me 20 plus, right? So I don't know if that's...
two creators.
Yeah, yes, creator, shot creator. I think the Raptors have been looking at that for years, okay? They've been looking at that for years. I don't know if that's the draft. Scoot Henderson, I don't know.
Scoot.
Scoot is he's a guard that can get it done offensively. Give him the rock. He just look up the tape. Okay, just look up the tape.
Jelani likes
for me, scoring.
Okay.
Justin?
So if Masai Ujiri and steps aside and MLSC calls me up on my phone, like, hey Justin, we need you to run the Raptors.
You don't have to cater to the
Justin,
whole
save
idea.
us, bro. Save us.
Just get to it.
This is my plan, okay? Not your plan, not his plan.
I can tell it's a fantasy coming from somewhere.
It's all fantasy line anyway. So Larry T hits me up. He's like, yo, I need you to run the Raptors. All right, Larry T, I got you. You sent me the check. I got my money. Okay, here's how we do it. When I look at the Toronto Raptors, I look at the landscape of the NBA, right? From the beginning of time, actually. The beginning of the birth of the NBA. The beginning of time. What teams win titles?
I mean,
the teams
with the
best players in the world win
team.
titles, right? What do the Toronto Raptors not have right now? Nowhere near a best player in the world. Nowhere near. So what I would do is, I see Scotty Barnes. You know what? I have a guy here, young guy, potential, maybe not every year All-Star, but an All-Star,
I could see him being
I could see him capping out to be like a 3 to 4 time All-Star, similar to that Lowry DeRozan range.
You know what?
And that's a very good building block to start off with, ladies and gentlemen. But you need high talent. And how do you get that? Through the draft.
Scoot.
High picks. Scoot. But
I don't see Victor coming here, so scoot.
But here's another thing you can do. You can accelerate that if you have assets to trade away. Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Gary Trent, Precious Achiuwa.
Correct.
The list goes on and on. Everybody on this roster is expendable except Scotty Barnes, in my personal opinion.
And we've said that. We said that a few episodes ago.
Are you kidding me? Just watch
This is my plan. This is my plan, not your plan. Okay? You asked me what my plan is. This is my plan.
Are you done?
I'm not done yet because you keep cutting me off. So, I would trade everybody and try to get assets, young assets with high ceilings. That's high offensive bags, high athletic ability.
That's what they want from the OG deal.
Exactly. If you can get high ceiling players, because right now the ceiling, as we mentioned before, is very low. You need to make that ceiling higher. Yes, it could fall apart, but you know there's a chance.
I say at this point, the roster construction needs to go.
Look what Memphis did.
Start from scratch.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, guys, for giving these two guys room to talk
scoring
like this right now.
And
I'm sorry that I even played into their fantasy of being GM tonight, but we have to figure out content stuff, and we're gonna see if they're anywhere close to what Bobby and Masai decide for the Raptors in next year, or if the Raptors can somehow Get a winning streak going. 7 straight.
Larry
on this
Tannenbaum,
West
call
Coast
me.
trip.
I'm
Let's
ready.
see what happens.
I don't care about the
Masai,
play.
Masai, I'm ready.
I believe.
Get a
Call me.
star in there, man.
Call me,
Get-
Masai.
All right, guys, check us out next time. We'll be on tomorrow on Homestand NBA, and we'll see how the Raptors. We'll look ahead to the Raptors game where they play the Warriors the day right after. So
Right.
keep it locked. See you next time.